Welcome back to Comics TV, and the works of Taiyō Matsumoto. Matsumoto has just came literally onto my radar because I was not aware of these works, and I saw this hardcover, and I just literally bought it because of the art that I saw on the cover. This thing was sealed, and to my delight, I found out that this is like, obviously it's a 30-year edition. This is like celebrating 30 years of this work alone. Published by Viz Media. This is on a hardcover with UV gloss on the spine and some parts of the cover with matte lamination. This book is quite beautiful. This hardcover. I was not aware that this man had been this prolific and had done so much work, and this is one of his best praised sets of art of works that he has put together and artwork. The two characters are black and white. That's what they're called. So this 30th anniversary edition has all of these extra illustrations. I dare to say that these were used for the manga illustration. That's black and that's white. And so the protagonists are kids. They're children, right? The two boys, two young boys. I gotta say one thing, that once you have a kid on the story, that kind of switches me off, and I'm like, man, move on. But in this instance, this is such a breath of fresh air. Like, this work is so beautiful and original and accomplished, and I love the way that this man is doing this cartooning. This cartooning is got like a bit of a punk aesthetic, very stylized, but also extremely expressive and well. The narrative of the panels is experimental as it can be, but it's also, you don't get lost on it, and it's really well accomplished. So that's black and white. Black, you would be able to tell that that's him because he sports a scar on his eye. And white, this, anyway, the boys are, I dare to say, orphans. I haven't read this because I bought this just literally this week, and I sort of went on a rabbit hole reading about this man and all his other works, and my goodness, what an artist, what an auteur. The works are, again, I never saw this back in the 90s for one or whatever reason. I was not familiar with this at all, but now seeing this and seeing how awesome this work is, I cannot give it enough praise. And also, looking at the material, how well illustrated the narrative is just outstanding. Also, he wrote down the story. As much as I have gathered from what I've seen so far, is that the two boys are orphaned. They live in the street of this made-up city. I can't remember the name of the city, but it's not a non-existing city in Japan. And the Yakuza, or the local gangsters, are taking over the city. But the boys, Black, to be more specific, is very territorial about his city. And this kid does not goof around. He's just going there and going to be attacking with his brother White. So the motion, the movement of this is outstanding. Again, I was not aware of any of this work, and what a surprise! What an actual treat this is for me to see this. Some of the other characters are, I think there's a gentleman, like an older gentleman that takes care of them, and they call him Grandpa. But these are street kids. These are orphans that are fending for themselves, and this is quite an outstanding piece of work from what I'm looking at. And this is gonna be a quick overview. I'm not going to spoil anything. I think people should read this. From what I've read, it's been a little bit of very introductory. Because this is where I stopped. I remember it was like something 40 or 42 or something. Yeah, that's right. This is where I stopped going through the book. But from what I saw, was very introductory. But the drawing card for me is the art. Even though this is the first thing that I saw, and sort of went, what is this? I don't know what this is. And then when I saw that it was like a 30-year anniversary sort of edition, hardcover, I just did not think about it. I just picked it up. If you're not aware of this, man, I would recommend this comic book to anybody who loves comics and wants to read something other than the usual Sausage Factory. I would say that this is something to look at. And it's also the fact that it's something from the 90s, because I was reading that this was first published in Japanese, in the Japanese market in the 90s, I think 1993. That's how old this is. So yeah, the boys are very rough street kids. Anyway, beautiful work, just magnificent and outstanding. I don't want to show too much because I'm afraid I might spoil it, and I think we all should experience this. I love the character design. I cannot get enough of this cartooning. It's just so cool. He expresses so much movement. He's able to do combat. And also the correct way of using the right amounts of black to make the characters pop. He looks like he's laboring with mechanical pens, rapidographs on markers to do the larger areas, but it looks like he's laboring with those type of pens. So maybe Copic or microns, whatever you want to call them. So beautiful work though. Yeah, that's how you can tell that he's working with mechanical pen, because he's sort of hatching there. He does that very clean line. But the thing that I love is that he's not being too methodical about it. He's just laboring away, and it's very expressive how he's doing these character designs. That's good perspective. Everything, it's just really well drawn, really accomplished, really well accomplished. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, there it is. It's quite a large book, and it's got, what do you call it, stitch binding, so you're not going to be worried about breaking this in pieces. I mean, the spine sort of cracking on it. So it's, yeah, quite beautiful. It does have a little bit of color every once in a while. I guess it's when the chapters began on the Takabons when this was published. So yeah, anyway, I just want to see the back. Oh, I didn't know this was here. It's a fold, like a poster. What a nice way to finish this. So that's an illustration of the two boys, black and white. I haven't read too much about, other than the works that he's done, because now this is the new person for me. This is the new book that gonna be diving in a lot, and Matsumoto is going to be the artist. I'm gonna probably try to see if I can gather a lot of his works. So I'll enjoy his works. Very cool stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Please like and subscribe and all those good things. You have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.